My next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
Yes. Yes, it has.
How so?
I feel like that is kind of a new culture to the world, and with still like race and everything still happening, Juneteenth is still belittled, and Black lives isn't as celebrated as it should be. So a lot of people want to include others, which is like the pride and everything, over the Juneteenth, which is still important to the world and to America with everything that we contributed and everything we went through.
If you look at the whole pride thing, again, people are expressing themselves, and a lot of times it's mental issues as to how people express themselves, right? And so I think it's an opportunity to come together, and we may have to come together using pride as an opportunity to address mental health.
Do you think America giving us more holidays to keep us Black?
No, they should give us a holiday every damn day. The day we got off the ship should be a holiday. The day they put us on the slave ship should be a holiday. The day that every Black man got killed in America, every day should be a holiday for Black people. If it weren't for us Black people, there would not be America that they could be standing on. So no, they haven't given us anything. They're just giving us enough to satisfy us or to appease us. But I guarantee you this: by the time Juneteenth is over with today, there'll be more Black people locked up than there will be white.
I understand that perspective. I do agree. I feel like we should definitely have like a place where we should just have like art, like we should just be selling things and we should just be benefiting off of it. But I do feel like we should open the doors more to like everyone come in. Like, why not?
Keep us quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
To make us feel like we doing something when we're really not, because they know they can do more.
Right.
They do more for non-minorities.
Okay.
They hesitate for the minority.
Right.
They're scared of the minority, when the minority is what created America. Okay. Go back in history, everything created was what? Black.
Black. Yeah, we
lights, refrigerators, blood bank, all that. So that's all it is.
Yeah, of course.
How so?
Because Juneteenth was never recognized until Black people started wanna be seen. So when we started wanting to be seen, that's when they was like, we can capitalize off this.
Yeah, they made money off of it. When it's making money, capitalism, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your name, my man?
Devin.
My name is Rocky, the Israelite school of UPK. So today we're going to ask Devin just a couple questions about Juneteenth. First question is, has Juneteenth turned to a business?
For some, yes.
Okay. Do you think it's a good thing that it turned to a business based on how it started?
For minorities, no. Because, like I said, it says we're free to do what we want to do.
Right.
What we can do. We just providing a service to the community.
Right.
Better business. Black business at that.
Right.
And then it's people look rich and then go broke versus supporting the community and spreading it throughout. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can take care of each other. We the only race that got racism in itself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
interesting. Okay, I never heard that. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. All right, my next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
In some states, yeah.
Okay, in some states?
Yeah, some states are more dominantly gay, some more predominantly Black, white, things like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's also, we scared to come together.
Okay.
Black people can't. We can only come together to a certain extent.
Right.
Liquor involved kind of twist things. We good long as the spirit ain't involved. Once the spirits get involved, different people come out.
Right. Okay. Bring out another side.
Yeah.
I've got 3 more questions for you. Do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
I don't know. I ain't never really thought about that.
Okay. The reason why I asked that question was there's a flyer in North Carolina. They put out a banner call for Juneteenth, and it had 2 white Americans on there. That's the face of Juneteenth. So therefore, that's why I raised that question. So I'll just go on to the last 2. Do you feel that America has given us more holidays to keep us blind?
Keep us quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
To make us feel like we doing something when we're really not, because they know they can do more.
Right.
They do more for non-minorities.
Okay.
They hesitate for the minority.
Right.
They're scared of the minority, when the minority is what created America.
Okay.
You go back in history, everything created was what? Black.
Black. Yeah, we do.
Lights,
been a lot.
refrigerators, blood bank, all that. So that's all it is.
All right. So my final question for you is this. What do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
It has it for me, but I get what you're saying. Because health is wealth to me. And mental health is stronger than physical.
Okay.
So when you're mentally stable, you're able to physically do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Everybody just label people as crazy when one issue might be that it's a disease versus an illness. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're just gonna label it as crazy and throw it to the streets. That's the recycle that they want us to do.
Now I'm getting paid out passion. Sodas on the right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, low wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds. I motivate their ass and they grind.
Have Juneteenth turned into a business?
I don't think it's turned into a business, but I do think that it's turned into an opportunity for us to come together and celebrate and remember what Juneteenth is all about.
So what you think, sis?
Well, I think it has to be a business as well, but how else will we thrive? So it's black-owned businesses coming together. So yes, it's okay for it to be a business and a holiday.
Okay, so I got another, question number 2. Has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
I don't think Pride Month has overshadowed Juneteenth. I did participate in Pride Month, and I think it's just another opportunity to show people, regardless of how you want to describe yourself or how you want people to perceive you. It's an opportunity where we were able to come together and just show love and unity.
Okay, so what you think, sis?
So, I mean, the same. I mean, love is love. However, I do think that, Juneteenth needs its own month. It's earned that respect, and then Pride should have their month, but again, I love everyone.
All right, good. Okay, so I got my third question. Third question is, do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
I do not think America is taking the face of Juneteenth. However, I think when we come together as and celebrate Juneteenth, we are bringing back to light what America stood for: freedom of speech, freedom of life, and all of that.
Okay, so what you think, sis?
Okay, what's the question again? I'm sorry, I had a customer.
I'm sorry.
I had a customer.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the question is, do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
So I think that we're making strides, and we have a little ways to go, but we're making strides.
Okay, so my last question is, what do you think, what do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
So you're saying, the question is, what do I think about Pride taking the place of mental health?
Yeah, Pride Month taking over Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
I wasn't aware, and I'll be very transparent, that it had taken over. But I also think that, things take place for a reason, right? Because if you look at the whole Pride thing, again, people are expressing themselves, and a lot of times it's mental issues as to how people express themselves, right? And so I think it's an opportunity to come together, and we may have to come together using Pride as an opportunity to address mental health.
Okay, so what do you think, sis?
Yeah, I think mental health it's a rainbow. So I mean, mental health does not have a color, a creed, So I hope one or the other is not overshadowing the other, because mental health is an issue right now. So, but it has no name, no color. So yeah, we need to address mental health.
Now I'm getting paid out passion. Sodas on the right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, low wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds. I motivate their ass and they grind.
Has Juneteenth turned into a business?
I don't think it's turned into a business. I feel like just in Nashville in general, it's like turned into I don't know. I feel like no, definitely not business. No.
Okay.
No. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. No, it hasn't turned into a business. No.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. My next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
Definitely not. Not at all.
All right. How so?
I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in June. I feel like nothing's overcrowded, nothing. I feel like everybody's kind of staying in their own lane. So I feel like it's cool. We got Pride Month going on. We got Juneteenth. It's Father's Day coming up. I feel like it's all even out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest with you, with the heavy push of Pride Month, I almost forgot about Father's Day.
Really?
Yeah, and then Juneteenth as well. Like, I don't even hear nobody even make commercial for like Father's Day coming up.
Yeah.
All I see is Juneteenth and Pride Month.
That's true.
I haven't noticed that. Have you?
I've noticed it a little bit. Yeah, I feel like it's sprinkled in there a little bit, but I feel like it's kind of. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry. I can't. Let's stop.
You're fine.
I'm nervous.
It's okay. You're doing good though.
Okay.
You're doing real good. So we're gonna move on to the next question. Do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
Do I think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
Right.
I don't think so. Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Nah.
But you see it's coming though, right?
I see it's coming. It's like it's spread out little places, but I feel like it hasn't made it into like the corporate world. People aren't really talking about it enough, but it's getting there.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
So would that be a bad thing?
I feel like it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's just growth. Everything takes growth. So.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Good answer. All right. My next question is, I got just two more.
Okay.
All right. So, do you feel America has given us more holidays to keep us blind or docile?
To keep us blind or docile? No, I don't think so. I don't believe so at all. No.
Okay.
No.
So the reason why we asked that question is, like, you know, there's a lot of crime and injustice that goes on amongst our communities.
Right.
That America can help alleviate some of those problems.
Right.
So if you give us like more holidays, it makes us tune into those holidays versus like some of the real issues.
Right.
Because if you look at it, it seems like it used to be like just Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Now it's Pride Month, it's Juneteenth, it's other awareness months. It seems like we get like more and more holidays now.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's a distraction though. I feel like it's just inclusive. Like everybody's included, everyone's celebrating. So I think it's good. Yeah.
So I'm gonna celebrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Why not? Keep celebrating.
Keep celebrating.
Yeah.
All right.
More holidays. Why not?
Good. All right. So my final question is this: what do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
Oh wow. I don't feel like it's replaced it. I honestly didn't know it was Men's Mental Health Month. I guess so.
It used to be.
Yeah,
it's Pride Month now. Yeah, it's wiped off.
I didn't know that. I think I'm like real big into like growth and like everybody being included and stuff. So I feel like it's just all about awareness. I feel like we just gotta keep posting stuff, keep including people, and keep sharing. But I don't really have too many thoughts about that. I think it's just really about getting their stuff out there and like really just celebrate more holidays, more celebrating, more awareness. Yeah. So.
Okay, good. I do have one more question. I just thought of one.
Okay.
It's okay if you don't want to answer it.
Okay.
I just thought it was on the slide.
Okay.
With Juneteenth, it was all about separating, getting freedom, right?
Right.
Should we be inclusive with everybody else if it's all about our freedom? Or being separated from our counterparts, which would be white Americans?
That's a good question. I don't feel like it should be separated. I feel like everybody should be joined in on the celebration. I feel like Caucasian people should come in, Indian people, anybody just with culture diversity should come. I think it's a good place to learn about the culture. Why not?
Okay.
You think it should be separate?
Do I think it should be separated?
Yeah.
I think it should be something by us. We should sell.
Right.
Sell to whoever wants to buy.
Right.
Before them having a vendor to make money off of us, no.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, the money still goes right back to them because we got to pay taxes or we live inside the country or they rule over us. But I think that we should be the ones who primarily benefit from it.
Okay.
Every vendor should be our people that's making money. Now, if they want to come shop, oh yeah, come buy some soaps and oils and hair care products and skin products or whatever else we have to sell. Come buy food. But I think that we should benefit something because when it comes to us, they want us to give out love to everybody else.
Right.
But every other race is selfish as a nation. The Chinese are selfish. The Africans are selfish. The East Indians are selfish. White Americans are selfish. But when it comes down to black people, we have to be all inclusive. Like, why can't we have something just for ourselves?
I understand that perspective. I do agree. I feel like we should definitely have like a place where we should just have like we should just be selling things and we should just be benefiting off of it. But I do feel like we should open the doors more to let everyone come in. Like, why not?
Now I'm getting paid out passion. So it's only right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, love wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds. I motivate their ass and they grind.
Has Juneteenth turned into a business?
Juneteenth has turned into a business for the simple fact that we're out here and it's our business to be out here. But at the same time, I think there should be other things going on Juneteenth that aren't exactly recognized because it's our day. I think everybody white should go to work on Juneteenth as a slave, but that's just me.
That's good you said that. So do you think Juneteenth should just be a day for just black people only?
I do, and I'm sorry I believe that, but I do.
So you believe we should be separated, like separation, like on
not necessarily separation. I think it would be the more appropriate word would be the authentication of the holiday for us, only for us, because we were the slaves. So yeah.
Okay. So question number 2: has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
I think they should go together. I believe in black pride. I believe in all pride. But it has, yes it is. I'm going to say yes.
Okay, so you think it has. So it's
yeah, but kind of they're like two of the same kind of things because there's discrimination against us who recognize pride and for us slaves, us as black people. So there's been discrimination against both of these. So I think it's an uprising for both the LGBTQ community and as well as the black community. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So question number 3: do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
Nope.
You don't think so?
I do not. I don't think it's being taken as seriously as it should be by America yet. Because we're still getting killed, they're still treating us as slaves, and we're still black, and we're still not getting the recognition that we deserve as black people in America.
So you believe that we're still slaves in America?
I do.
Okay. So, like for instance, the justice system. So we're
slaves.
Yeah, so it's 2 million black men locked up, but they say slavery is over with. So do you still believe that modern day slavery is the prison system?
That's a part of it. That's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. But you can't fix a system that was never broken. You know, the system was never broken. It was fixed to be just what it is. So yeah.
Okay, so what about like these jobs, like the systematic racism? Like,
I mean, but once you're in the system, it's criminalized or being a victim of crime or a person that has been in the criminal system. It's kind of hard to get back in society and find a job, especially if you're black. There is a such thing as white privilege. Yeah. Black people don't get the privileges as white people do when they get out of jail. So we have to fight for each other. And the thing that I want to be done as far as Juneteenth goes is we stick together and we try to fight for each other instead of killing each other. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, that's good. Question number 4. Do you feel America has given us more holidays to keep us blind?
Excuse me?
I said, do you think America giving us more holidays to keep us blind?
No, they should give us a holiday every damn day. The day we got off the ship should be a holiday. The day they put us on the slave ship should be a holiday. The day that every black man got killed in America, every day should be a holiday for black people. If it weren't for us black people, there would not be America that they could be standing on. So no, they haven't given us anything. They're just giving us enough to satisfy us or to appease us. But I guarantee you this, by the time Juneteenth is over with today, there'll be more black people locked up than there will be white. So yeah.
So okay, so like as far as the holidays, so what do you think about Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July?
I don't believe in any of them, and I try to tell my godchildren, which I get in a lot of trouble for this, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. You know, I try to be as honest as I can with my godchildren. I don't have grandkids yet, but I try to be as honest with my kids about the holidays to the best of my knowledge. But I try to be honest with them about it. So yeah. But I'm gonna say this. As far as Juneteenth goes, I have 5 godchildren that are home right now. I was scared to bring them here because of what we've done to ourselves. You know, I didn't know if they were going to be shooting or was there going to be a fight, break out. I don't want my kids to be exposed of it. But I had to come for myself to see the beautiful black community that I'm laying my eyes upon right now. So yeah.
All right. Okay. So I got one more question. That's good you said that. So okay. So do you think? What do you think the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I think there's a lot to be said about that because for me, black men are given a hard time by black people. You know what I mean? It's not their fault that they're in the situation they're in, but Pride Month is kind of separate from that because I think that a lot of black men struggle with their sexuality and masculinity because of what the black woman has done. So maybe one day we can bring all this together. Juneteenth, Black Pride Month, and Mental Health Awareness Month for black men. As long as it's all black, we should be sticking together and supporting anything that we do for each other.
Now I'm getting paid out passion. So it's only right that I stunt. All the nigga wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, love wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds. I motivate their ass and they grind.
So first question is, has Juneteenth turned into a business?
I believe it has. I mean, it's a celebration. There's more to it than that, but in all actuality, corporations have helped people see more of monetizing Juneteenth than a celebration.
So do you think Juneteenth should just be a celebration for black people or everybody?
It depends on who you ask. I mean, me personally, Juneteenth is just not enough. It's not just a celebration of freedom. I mean, it wasn't just Juneteenth because you still have places in Mississippi that still deal with slavery and Jim Crow laws to this day.
All right, so question 2. Has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
For me, I don't agree with Pride. If it's the one I'm thinking it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't agree with it. It's, everything's a choice in life. Everything deals with, in my faith, with the Holocaust. So that is a choice that you decide to do that is not of God's natural order. So what's there to be proud of?
Yeah. Right. Okay, so question 3. Do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
You said what?
I said, do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
I wouldn't know how to answer that question.
Okay, so if you heard about the white poster, that's been with the white faces on the poster of Juneteenth in South Carolina. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So that's basically like, it's like America is taking over Juneteenth.
That's a corporation. America is a corporation.
Okay. So what are your opinions on that?
I could put it in simplest form. As long as we're in anywhere that there is a colonizing or European state of mind of people around, we'll never have anything directly to ourselves, for ourselves.
So you believe that Juneteenth we should be separated? So we should like have a day just for us, but we be off and they go to work?
Well, me being Jew, there's certain holy days and holidays that we don't work, that we don't force anyone else to work, but if they work, they work. And that's how it should be.
Right. Okay, so my 4th question is, do you feel America has given us more holidays to keep us blind?
I think it's just a distraction. The blindness comes from overindulgence, but it's just a distraction. It's no different than the Greeks had the gladiators and America has football.
Right. Okay, my last question is, what do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
Again, I don't agree with Pride Month. Everyone deals with some type of mental issue, especially men, because we take a lot of the stuff and are quiet about it way more than women. So anything that deals with the emasculating of men, especially melanated men or strong men, masculine men, they don't want that. That's a threat. You know, there's people that, like, you look at people like Malcolm X. Even nowadays, you look at Andrew Tate. They teach men or give idea of men to think for themselves, to not emasculate themselves, but to have that masculine energy and portray it healthy-wise. So anything dealing with pride is really to emasculate the man, to emasculate the men, and to help more women be more masculine instead of feminine. So it's like, again, it's a distraction, but we overindulgence, it becomes blind.
Okay, so do you think that the men's mental health awareness is being under attack?
Every day.
So masculinity.
See, the masculinity is part of your mental health.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, there's things that we do. There's a healthy way of growing up, and there's an unhealthy way of growing up. You know, the healthy way is, hey, you know, you deal with things as they come, nip it in the bud, and you move on from it. The unhealthy way is you bottle everything up, and when you can't figure out what to do with it, you take it out on someone. That's unhealthy. So every day there's a man who is masculine man, a healthy man is going to be attacked. So of course.
Israelite School of UPK, which means for Universal Practical Knowledge, and we're here today. It's just to get a sense about how Black people feel about what has happened towards Juneteenth and what it means to them. So everything's basically like your own personal perspective or your own thoughts. So that's why I said, like, there is no right or wrong answer. All right. What's your name?
I'm Taylor.
You're Taylor. What's yours? You gotta speak to the mic.
I'm Taylor.
Misha.
Misha?
Yeah.
Misha, okay, my name is The Rocket. We ready to roll? All right, solid. So, my first question to both of y'all is, has Juneteenth turned into a business?
Yes and no. I feel like people just come out, they promote their businesses, Black-owned businesses, and we're all here to uplift and support each other. So I think that's one thing Juneteenth is.
Okay.
I just think it's a time for everybody to come together, support each other and what they got going on, whether it's big or small.
Okay. Okay. My next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
Yes. Yes, it has.
How so?
I feel like that is kind of a new culture to the world, and with still like race and everything still happening, Juneteenth is still belittled, and Black lives isn't as celebrated as it should be. So a lot of people want to include others, which is like the pride and everything, over the Juneteenth, which is still important to the world and to America with everything that we contributed and everything we went through.
Okay. Your response? You need to answer the question?
I'm going to pass on that.
You gonna pass on that one? Okay, no problem. My next question, just 3 more. All right. Do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
As in, like, it's taken over, or
meaning, okay. So I ask you this way: in North Carolina, Carolina, they were promoting like banners of Juneteenth. What they had on there was 2 white Americans. So now it was supposed to be about black people and their liberation from slavery, but now if you're going to promote Juneteenth, why do you have white Americans on there? So that's why I asked the question, do you think that America is now taking over for Juneteenth?
Yeah, I feel like a little bit. I feel that they try to, of course, take things away from us, of course, so a little bit, yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I also just feel like they're trying to take credit for something that they didn't necessarily have to go through, but they still want to make it seem like they're there and like they feel our pain, but in a sense they really don't.
Okay, all right. That's good. So my next question is, do you feel that America is giving us more holidays to keep us blind?
Maybe not to keep us blind, but maybe to keep us quiet a little bit. We still have voices, you know, and with the internet and social media, we're able to speak more, but I feel like they just give us what we want just to kind of shut us up a little bit.
Okay, how about you?
I'm gonna agree with her.
You agree with her? Okay. So my last question is this. What do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
And you know, that's important as well. I feel like from what I see in here talking to young men, I feel like they keep a lot of things in, and it's important to talk and express how you feel, and that's not promoted enough. And mental health in general is a big issue too nowadays, so just incorporating that with everything, I feel like that's just as important.
Okay, how about you?
Repeat the question again.
Okay, the question is, what do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
I think mental health is something that needs to be more uplifted, because she's right. It's something that's big and not a lot of people really talk about it much, and a lot of people do go through it, and I think people are more interested in the gay pride and gay people than mental health, which is actually more important.
Okay. So you believe that a person's... All right, first of all, so what's your name?
Veronica.
Veronica. My name is Officer Durakia of the Israelite School of UPK, and the UPK stands for Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Okay.
So basically, we are here to conduct an interview to talk about Juneteenth and everything, the essence of it. All right, so my first question for you is, has Juneteenth turned into a business?
For a lot of people of our culture, I believe it has, when it should have been started years ago, but it's really not this generation or other generations' fault to actually catch on to Juneteenth.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think it has turned into a business.
Okay, with that being said, would you consider that to be a plus or a minus?
I'm neutral on that. I'm neutral on that because it has its pros. Like, it seems like nobody really knows how many businesses is out here unless it's Juneteenth and it comes out like this, because there's not that much advertisement going on. So.
Okay. Well, would you consider this right here a successful event for black people?
Yes, always. I say yes.
So, like, how often do you think we can come together and do this? Something like this?
More than just once a year.
Once a year?
More than just once a year. More than just TSU weekends. More than just HBCU weekends. Just way more.
Okay.
Like, when you're silent, sometimes you're too silent.
Okay.
And this right here shows how loud we can really be.
Okay. So I got just 4 more questions for you. My next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
I'm neutral on that color. I'm neutral on that question. I'm neutral on that question.
Neutral. Okay,
yeah, I'm neutral.
Okay.
To each his own. So.
To each his own. Okay. Do you think America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
Do I think what?
America is taking the face of Juneteenth.
What you mean?
Okay, so in North Carolina, they had a banner to promote Juneteenth, but they had 2 white Americans on the face of it. When Juneteenth was supposed to be about the freedom of slaves.
Correct.
So basically, we saw that they put their face on the banner of what was supposed to be a black African American event. So that's why I posed the question: do you think America's trying to take the face of Juneteenth?
Well, let me ask you this: are you surprised that they actually did anything like that? They known for taking stuff.
Right. So if they're known for taking it, do you think they're going to take the face of Juneteenth, or would you consider like only a matter of time?
I think we're in a generational in an era where nothing is to be taken anymore.
Okay.
Like without a fight. So
not without a fight.
They're not gonna get it too easily.
Okay.
They got 4th of July. Let us have this.
Okay. Okay, I got 2 more questions. Okay. Do you feel that America has given us more holidays to keep us docile and quiet?
Do I think America has given us more holidays to keep us quiet?
Keep us quiet.
Then they doing an awful job with that. It's more to it than just holidays and celebrations when it comes to our culture and everything. It's way more than that. So if that is what they targeting in that, then they are absolutely failing in that department.
Okay. So my final question for you is this: what do you think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health and Awareness Month?
I don't think it's so much as replaced it and so forth. I just think it's just louder. Put so much more colors. Not just louder, but you know, how can I break this? Because like I said, when it comes to anything like that, I'm just neutral to the whole thing. But I don't think it's overshadowing anything, because just like they speak out, mental illness, like don't nobody really, everything shouldn't just be by the month. Oh, it's this month, it's that month, this month is coming up. Because mental illness is not just for a month.
Okay.
Who you are, what your sexuality and everything, that's a lifetime. That's not just for a month. Us being our color and black and everything, that's not just for a month. Everything is a lifetime. So therefore, why not celebrate it all the time and not just on certain days? Like, yes, this is a memorable day because this is the day that it actually happened for us.
Okay.
But outside of that, it should be more expanded, just like Black History Month, why we got 28 days.
Okay. Now I got one more. I just thought of this, if you don't mind. I just noticed that a few years ago, I used to always see like Father's Day commercials, but I know it's like the past couple years, you don't see any more Father's Day commercials. All I see is Juneteenth a little bit and Pride Month.
I really don't watch TV like that,
okay.
So I cannot too much give my input on that.
Okay.
But I guess advertisements is advertisement, but as long as women know that the fathers are there, like, no, not all fathers are the best fathers and not all mothers are the best mothers. But as far as advertisement, what are we going to do about it should be the question.
All right, so my question to y'all both is one, has Juneteenth turned into a business?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. The next question is, has Pride Month overshadowed Juneteenth?
Absolutely.
Both of them are businesses. So I'll say, yeah, it has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question, I got 3 more. Do y'all think that America is taking the face of Juneteenth?
Yeah, of course.
How so?
Because Juneteenth was never recognized until black people started like want to be seen. So when we started wanting to be seen, that's when they was like we can capitalize off this.
Yeah, they made money off of it. When it's making money, capitalism, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got just 2 more. Do y'all feel that America is giving us more holidays to keep us quiet and docile?
It's like
Of course.
Yeah, and I feel like they obligated to do so. They feel obligated to do so. It's just something to feed us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a baby. Yeah, you give a baby a bottle. That one bottle, they ain't gonna feed them for the rest of their life.
Okay.
So they just give them something that's gonna feed them for now, keep them quiet, and yeah.
If that is America's mentality, when as us as black people should be tired of that?
I've been tired of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the thing is, let me let y'all know about black people. And I love love my black people. I own a beauty supply store in Antioch, Tennessee, and I get more Hispanic people and stuff like that in there, and I brand my beauty supply store name is Ebony's Own Beauty, and I barely see any black people in there. And I appreciate my people, and I love my people, and I did it for my people. That's why I named it that. Because I wanted them to know it's a black person out here doing what 3% of people in America doing.
That's because we'd rather negotiate with each other or rob each other than do it with the other person. We'd rather pay the white man's price than if I cut hair. So if I cut your, you my brother, and I cut you you feel like I owe you a discount because you know me.
Right.
But you'll go to the barber shop and actually sit down in the chair and pay whatever they asking you to pay and wait however long they asking you to wait with no negotiation, no nothing. So as black people, we cut ourselves out. So it ain't even like, we do it to ourselves. It's like they really laugh at us because we really do it to ourselves.
Alright, so my final question is this. What do y'all think about the fact that Pride Month has replaced Men's Mental Health and Awareness Month?
It replaced it?
Yeah. So now it's all about Pride Month and awareness of being Pride Month. It used to be Men's Mental Health and Awareness. Now
I think mental awareness should be an everyday thing. It shouldn't even be a monthly thing. So it replacing it, I don't know. I feel like mental awareness should be an everyday thing. People don't kill themselves once a month.
Right.
So it shouldn't.
This the thing about black men, and I'm a black man. I'm a gay black man. I actually go out there and try to get help. Black men talk about mental health and awareness and don't go and try to seek help. Okay. The thing is, if you're going to talk about it, be about it. I've always been that type of person. I've always been that type of person going to jump off the porch. And I think that's why I look at things differently. I love black people and I do things for black people. But the thing is, as a man, I'm going to go out there and make sure my mental health is good. Okay. So if you want to make sure your mental good, go out there and get therapy. Seek a black therapist, whatever type of therapist you need, go get it.
Don't let your strongest muscle be in your goddamn them Twitter fingers, nigga. Boss that nigga, man. Get your shit together, man. I'm overrated. It's overrated. Overrated. It's overrated, nigga. Coming on this bitch real fresh, bulletproof, I.S.U.P.K, bitch, you better wear your vest. She try to get something off her chest, but the drip on her head made a mess. I'm a real piece of profit on this one, but nighttime sheet, I'm a beast. I'm like, here, eat it up, baby, eat. Here, eat it up, baby, eat. I walk with my pole like a pimp in the state that I got up a ton. I walk around with a lot of blaze, I lit a rip on them, yeah. Tonight it's a ride.